That's just one of many. I could write a book about flying in Australia. But yeah, you know, like we used to go to all the opal fields, and I would learned after a while, you know, that the only way to do it is 2 weeks in a plane. If you try to drive, you just never make it. I mean, you won't be able to do it. But these opal mines, a lot of them, you'd land on the highway.
Oh my gosh.
A lot of them. In this case, though, a lot of times what you do is you go and you'd circle the pub. Because, you know, that's where everybody goes, right? And
right.
You'd circle the pub, I'd rock my wings, circle the pub. They would come out, as soon as somebody would come out and see me, then what I'd do is I'd go find a dirt road, and then I would land the plane, always Cessnas, I'm a Cessna guy, and then you would taxi up to the pub, and I'd park in the parking lot.
Do you have pictures of that?
Oh yeah,
awesome.
I do. I've got pictures somewhere of that. And then what you do is all the opal miners would come, and then you would stay there that night. Usually, you know, you would eat or whatever, drink, and you'd end up taking your bedroll and camping on, you know, somebody's porch or whatever. And that's just how we did business.
That's
it was
cool.
fantastic.
That's really cool.
I have so many memories of those.
That's
of those
awesome.
days.
All right, we have 2.5 minutes, and this is another birthday blowout. What does this mean?
It's
just a killer good price, limited quantity. You always want to move fast on it. Love this. This is a Featherstone. And girls, this is yummy grays and whites and black. I think it's one of the most unusual stone combinations I've seen.
Okay, and I have to tell you something. This is perfect for, especially for the fall, the winter months that are coming up. Everybody's going to be wearing a lot of black and white. You know, if you don't have anything that's just black or just white, this would go with anything. What makes it so unique, the reason I call it Featherstone, this was a mine find. They actually, and this is what's crazy about my life, right? I found this material actually on a turquoise buying trip. I was going to a turquoise mine, and they were digging a gas pipeline. And that's how they discovered this. And if it wasn't have been for the fact that I was just traveling through, somebody showed me this, and I thought, well, that is really unique. That's very different. I don't know anybody else that has this material. This is just something fun. You can see how Ange has done it. She's done it with a torsade. She can wrap it up. But we give you 3 whole strands. We faceted it. Beautiful. You can see where you've got the faceted black agate, so you got that little natural sparkle. But if you don't have, you know, if you want something that, you know, that's black and white, this is perfect. And like I said, very, very, very unique.
Oh, and goes with everything. And I love the little hoop earrings that are included. All right, Barbara in Arizona, you've been a doll. I'm sorry for the delay. You're now on with Jay, and thanks for joining us.
Okay. Hi, guys.
Hi, Barbara. How you doing?
Well, I'm doing great. Jay, before we have to go, I got to tell you, I have a lot of your black and gold coral from years ago.
Oh, cool.
And I'm still loving it.
Wow.
Yeah, and you know what? And you know, back then, what did I tell you? I told you, you know, this is, you're never going to be able to get this again. And that's really natural black coral and gold coral. And you can't even buy that anymore. You can't even get the rough. So I'm glad that you got in on that.
I know. And I've lived in Durango, Colorado before this for like 18 years.
Well,
so,
yeah,
I'm familiar with jewelry, and I love your stuff.
Well, and I grew up in the Four Corners area. I grew up in Farmington, up in there, in the Four Corners. Yeah. Yep. So we used to go to Durango all the time. In fact, my mom lives just outside of Durango now.
So, oh, yes.
It's
beautiful,
cool.
Beautiful. And I'm hoping one of these days to run into you at the Tucson Gem Show.
Well, you know, we're there. You know, maybe we can bump into each other.
And Barbara, thank you, sweetie.
Thank you so much.
That was awesome.
That is awesome.
Yeah, she's down in your part of the world. And I want to show you, this is what Barbara picked up. If you tuned in late, she got a good one. It's a giant, I mean, really large tiger's eye with the amethyst. It's a birthday blow, or excuse me, this is a birthday blowout.